Hello students, welcome to Biosastra Talks. I hope all of you are doing well. Congrats all of you for your results and all the best for the next upcoming NEET exam. Okay, so as we know that we are going on with the NEET paper revision here from the botany. So we'll go on to the next thing from which we'll get the repeated questions. Okay, so what was the topic through which we are getting more and more questions each and every year is nothing but it is a process. Okay, normally what is that process is, we know that normally we'll have a question that how the plants will make sugar. Okay, normally if we don't know how it will make, normally how the plants will make sugar or food. Okay, normally we know that the humans get their energy through their food. Okay, through their food means through the plants or food and everything, like through plants and meat. Okay, so but how the plants are getting their food? Okay, normally we know that we are getting the food from the plants and animals, but if we see how the plants are making their food, so if we have to know, or if we want to know about how they are making the food, we should know the process that is very important for the plant's life. That is nothing but photosynthesis. Okay, so the process through which the plants prepare their food is nothing but photosynthesis. Okay, this is the process. Normally you can say that simply photosynthesis is a process. Normally, like we are saying, it is a process through which the plants convert the light energy into chemical energy. Simply we'll justify normally what is the scientific statement is photosynthesis is a process through which the plants convert their light energy into chemical energy. Why it is known as light energy into chemical energy means simply the plant takes the help of sunlight and converts the chemicals into, like, chemical energy means converts the molecules into the sugar molecules which will give us energy. So that's why here the plants are using the light energy, and it, with the help of the light energy and some other compounds, it is giving the chemical energy. Means chemical energy means energy which is obtained through chemicals or carbohydrates, like that. Okay, so this is a this is the simple statement of this process. So if we see, just now we know that it happens in the plants. So in the plants also we should know that where it will takes place. That we know that in our body also the specific process will takes place in specific organelles, like we'll breathe through lungs, like that only. So the plants also need some specific organelles to perform the function of photosynthesis. Okay, so what is that specific organelle which helps in the process of photosynthesis is nothing but chloroplast. Okay, so this total process of photosynthesis occurs in the chloroplast itself, and it takes in two steps. In the chloroplast also it takes in two steps. What are the two steps? Are light reaction and dark reaction. Okay, so means the photosynthesis is broken down into two steps, that is nothing but light reaction and dark reaction. Light reaction means with the name itself you can say that it takes in the presence of light, and in the dark reaction means it don't need light or sunlight for the further process. Okay, so these two processes will occur in the chloroplast itself, and we'll see in the next upcoming sessions how it will take place and everything. So let's get to know what is. Just now we said that we need a specific organelle, the plants need a specific organelle, nothing but chloroplast. So in to know about the process and to know how the process, the photosynthesis will takes place, we should know the organelle in which the photosynthesis is taken place. Okay, so here you can see the organelle, nothing but, as we already know, the chloroplasts are nothing but the organelles which will help in the process of photosynthesis for the plant. Okay, if you see that chloroplast, they appear like this, they appear like tube-like structures. You can see the 3D animation of this chloroplast here, how it will appear actually inside a plant cell. Okay, so another name of this chloroplast is nothing but they are also known as green engines of life. Why they are known as green engines of life? Means because they appear green and they'll give energy to the plants. Okay, engines are nothing but which will produce energy. So that's why they are known as green engines of life. Okay. So, and they are also known as double mammalian cell organelles, and the chloroplasts are also known as the organelles which were having their own genetic material. Okay. Means there are some other names also for the chloroplasts. Mainly they are known as green engines of life here. Okay, if we see the basic structure here, you can see that the chloroplast structure, in which you can see the double membrane, and the main parts of the chloroplast are nothing but two membranes, inner membrane and outer membrane, and there is a space between the inner membrane and outer membrane, and along with that, if we go inside, there are some tube-like structures called thylakoids and cytoplasmic structures like called stroma. So these are the main basic structures of the chloroplast. Okay, so along with these, we know that the chloroplast is having its own genetic material. So the chloroplast also have its own DNA, and along with the ribosome, so that it can prepare its own proteins. Okay, so like that, this is the basic structure, and along with the stroma also will have like string-like structures called stroma lamellae, and granum means the gap between the thylakoids is known as granum. Like that, this is the specific structure of a chloroplast in which the photosynthesis will take place. Okay. So, for now we have known that what is the organelle present, which organelle helps in the process of photosynthesis. So, in the next step we'll know in how many steps the photosynthesis will take place. Okay. So, normally if we see here, we have given a basic structure how the photosynthesis will occur and everything. You can see in this structure how the total process will occur. For your basic knowledge, I have given this picture so that you will know how the photosynthesis will take place normally. Simply, this is the total structure, and we'll discuss it further step by step. Okay, here you can see the carbon dioxide with the help of the sunlight and carbon dioxide, the plant cells or the cells, chloroplasts or chlorophyll pigments are helping the plant to produce sugars and oxygen, and they are releasing the oxygen. Okay, so this is the basic process of photosynthesis, and here you can see the deep explanation of the structure, how it will happen inside the chloroplast and everything. So these all process I'll let you know in the next sessions. Okay, so if we see that this is the basic process, first of all you should know in how many steps it will take place. Means normally we are simply saying that photosynthesis, you cannot say that, we'll simply say that photosynthesis is nothing but a process through which the plants will prepare their food. So to prepare the food, the plants also need the specific steps, right? It have to be done in a specific manner, and it needs some steps. So what are those basic steps were in the process of photosynthesis? Are first one is light reaction. Okay, if you see, we have discussed in the earlier that the photosynthesis takes place in mainly two steps, that is nothing but light reaction and dark reaction. So in that, the first one is nothing but light reaction. It takes place with the help of the PS1 and PS2. PS nothing but photosystems 1 and photosystem 2, and another reaction is Z scheme, and this light reaction will take place in either cyclic way or non-cyclic way. Okay, that's why it is the process is known as cyclic photophosphorylation or non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So this is the first step of the photosynthesis. And what was the next one is photolysis of water. So the water molecule which is helping, the water molecules which are helping in the process of photosynthesis, they'll cleave or they will break down with the help of some energy molecules or like that. So in the next step we'll see what is the photolysis and photolysis of water, and with this step with this reaction what are the molecules evolved and what is their function in the photosynthesis. And in the next step you can see the Kelvin cycle, and I want you to let you know that I have discussed about the Kelvin cycle in my previous video. If you want, you can just check it out. Okay, so what was the next step is photorespiration, and another one is C4 pathway, that is also known as Hatch and Slack pathway, and factors affecting photosynthesis. So normally these are the main steps through which the photosynthesis will occur, but to do any reaction, or if we want to do any work, we need some help. Okay, like that only. Our friends will help us in preparation, or like that only. These are the some of the factors which will help the plant cells to go through the photosynthesis process. Okay, so in this also we'll know what are the factors affecting the photosynthesis and what is their effect on the process of photosynthesis. And the next one is nothing but law of limiting factors, means how the Blackman explained about the law of limiting factors. And last but not least, CAM pathway. Okay, so these are the main steps and the main topics that were included in the photosynthesis process of higher plants in the NEET syllabus. Okay, I want you to let you know that these are the main topics and through which you will get the repeated questions. Okay, so these are the main topics that we are discussing in the next session also. So that's it, guys. In the next video, we'll discuss about all these topics like step by step, and I want you to know that we are going on with the revision. I know that we cannot cover all the topics, but I am trying to cover the main topics that were included and that were from which the questions were repeating year by year. Okay, thank you guys, and if you have any doubts you can comment me in the comment section. And if you like the videos, and if you have if you like my videos, you can just click the bell button, and if you want your friends to see my videos, you can share the videos to your friends. Okay, thank you so much.